Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Elle. So today I wanted to do a video all about setting sprays. So there are so many setting sprays flooding the market right now, and there has been for quite a few years, and I felt like there's just been a little bit of confusion on what they are, what they do, what constitutes them as a real setting spray instead of just a hydrating mist, and so how basically to use them and how I've actually used them as tips from my career. All right, so those will be at the end, so make sure you stay till the end with all of my red carpet tips. All right, so let's get started. So setting sprays, there are so many. I have more than I can actually hold up. So I want to first talk about what an actual setting spray is. So a setting spray was created, they've been around for a really long time, but a setting spray was created for stage and theatrical work to make sure that the makeup stayed where it was, stayed in place, and didn't disintegrate over time. And it also wanted to make sure that there were less touch-ups, if that makes sense. So they've evolved into our natural culture, and they've been now seen everywhere. What makes a setting spray is if it has alcohol in it. Now, for me, obviously, having aging skin and for being super into skincare, you know, I'm not super into alcohols, but if you are looking for your makeup to stay, a setting spray must have alcohol in it. That's the only way that is going to get your makeup to actually stay in place and not kind of move and slip and slide all over your face all day long. Now, there's a big kind of conversations going on about alcohol in everyday life. Do I love a setting spray every single day that has alcohol in it? No, because alcohol is drying to the skin, and anyone that has skin, which is us, does not need alcohol, especially aging skin. That's why I try to take out things like alcohol, dimethicone, silicones of that nature in my skincare, because it's so hard to get away from it in makeup. So if it does not have a alcohol component in it, it is not a setting spray, just to make things really easy. So Max Fix Plus, which is one of the ones I have used for so long, I just haven't had it in a really long time because I just have so many other ones that I've found that I love, is actually a rehydrating spray. That is a misconception. And that rehydrating spray is just going to rehydrate the skin. It is going to take that powderiness away from your makeup if you've overused powder, but it is definitely not going to add to the longevity of your makeup. It's just as simple as that. Other examples of rehydrating sprays are things like, I love this little guy. This is the Flash Defense Anti-Pollution Spray. It says for all skin types by Ren. This they do talk about as a setting spray. It's not a setting spray because it doesn't have alcohol in it, and it is just a rehydrating spray, but it's beautiful because it has anti-pollution qualities to it, so it protects the skin, but it definitely is a rehydrating spray. Another one that I absolutely love is the Smashbox. I've just stumbled upon this. I love this product. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Priming Water. And it is silicone free and alcohol free. Don't you just love that? And it's oil free. So I have been using this to set my skincare. I use the word set, to prep my skincare for makeup, and then I also been using it after to rehydrate what I've already put on, and if I actually by chance have used powders that day. So this is what I reach for on a daily basis. I just think it makes the skin look dewy, fresh, beautiful, radiant. I love this product. I don't feel like enough people talk about Smashbox. I'm going to try to dive more into that product line and show you guys a little bit more from them. And then also you can use toners as rehydrating sprays, like hydrating toners. That will do the same thing. But those two are really the ones that I have a tendency to use on a daily basis That, and also too, I believe the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist is a rehydrating spray. I'm kind of been into Tatcha lately, and that is next on my list to get. Even though it has a lot of hype around it, I just love it because I've used it in the store many times, and I think it's just a beautiful product. But again, not a setting spray, a rehydrating spray, something that's going to add hydration to your skin, things that are good to use like on the plane or when you get off the plane, because we might be super dry. If you're dehydrated, that might be something you want to really, you know, incorporate into your routine. Now, for setting sprays can come in all shapes and sizes. I like the Derma Blend. This is the Set and Refresh Long-Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. The actual second ingredient after water is alcohol, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for either the first or second ingredient to be alcohol. There's also like an OG version, and it's called Makeup or Model in a Bottle, and I think the first ingredient on that is alcohol. So if you really are needing something like that, maybe for a wedding, that might be something to look into. I'll try to find a picture of it and insert it while we're talking about it. All right, and then the another OG is the Skindinavia, the makeup setting, finish setting spray. They have a lot of different versions, but I'm just talking about this one. This one is the makeup finishing spray. It is oil-free and paraben-free, which is awesome, but this definitely has alcohol in it. This is going to absolutely set your makeup, and it will be beautiful for that. All-nighter, again, alcohol-based. This is another fantastic one, but this is actually by Skindinavia. I don't know if you guys know that, but Skindinavia actually has done their setting sprays. So I feel they are different, but they are done by the same company, just under Urban Decay's label. And again, the second ingredient on this is alcohol as well. Now, you also have setting sprays like this new one that came out that I've talked about before, which is the Kate Somerville SPF 50 setting spray. This also has alcohol in it, so it will set your makeup, but it is that SPF 50. And actually, alcohol is the #1 ingredient in this, so this will really help your makeup stay on a lot longer. Now, do I recommend using a setting spray with alcohol every single day? No, I just really don't. I think it can be over drying to the skin, but if that's your jam, that's your jam. In humid climates, an alcohol setting spray might be something that you have to reach towards more often because of just the nature of it. But hey, I love a good humid climate that makes me look dewy and fresh and model-like. I mean, let's get real. I want to see what else I have here. Oh, the drugstore option, which is the Pixie Skin Treats Makeup Fix Mist. This has rose water and green tea. This also has alcohol in it, but it also has skin-loving ingredients in it, so it might be a happy medium between the two. But again, alcohol is the second ingredient on that one. All right, so hopefully that gave you a little bit of clarification on what you're looking for in setting sprays and rehydrating sprays. Now, a couple tips from my red carpet is, or not mine, but in general, red carpet work that I've done is a couple things. A, you can use a rehydrating, let me grab one, Okay, so when I talk about spraying my brush to go into a sparkly shadow, this is what I would use. You want to be careful about using alcohol around the eyes because obviously that can sting. So when I'm trying to get more color payoff from a sparklier shadow, you want to use a rehydrating spray. So Max Fix Plus is amazing for that. This one, Makeup Forever actually makes one, and I talked to the rep and she said it has no alcohol in it, but then it also claims to have 12-hour wear. So I'm not quite sure what the technology is on that one, but I have used that to get more color payoff from a sparklier shadow, and it works like a dream. I do love that one. Now, when you're using a setting spray, and you want that makeup to last, set your skincare with a setting spray with alcohol in it first, then do your makeup, and then set your foundation with this and then set your powder. So layering setting sprays is really kind of a pro tip that will allow your makeup to last a lot longer, because these products are meant to be layered, and the more layers, it kind of basically creates a barrier on the skin. Setting sprays create a barrier against moisture or environmental kind of bombardments to kind of affect the makeup. So the more barriers you can put on your skin, the longer your makeup will last. Now you also will notice I have a video that talks about using setting sprays to set your under eye concealer on a sponge. Okay, this could be a controversial kind of topic, but I do use a alcohol base, so I do use all-nighter on my sponge, on my concealer when I'm really needing that extra staying power, or I'm really noticing that my concealer is creasing to the nines and that day I just can't have it. But again, you have to be really careful about it, because if you have sensitive eyes, I'm afraid that might be a little too A, drying, and B, it's alcohol, so you have to be careful around the eyes. So that's also another tip, is to make sure that you are setting a sponge with it or a brush, and that kind of really solidifies and locks everything in. My final tip is, after you have sprayed your face, so I've already sprayed my face, but we're just going to take a little bit of the primer water from Smashbox because I love it. You've set your face with whatever you're going to set it with. Take your beauty blender or brush and press the setting spray into the skin. And what it's going to do is, this is great for every skin type. It's going to push the setting spray into the skin. It's also going to melt the powder that you've put on into the skin. It's going to make it to be a second skin. So it's not going to sit up upon that vellus hair or that little kind of light hair that we all have on our face. It's going to push through it and allow that to become a little less noticeable. All right, so I hope that this kind of has cleared some things up for you. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I'll know you want some more tips and tricks videos like this, and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Let's grow this community, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah.